Welcome to Reckless Paradise, everyone. I am your host, Marissa, and I'm here with my co host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Sunday, everybody, and more importantly, happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there.
Yes.
I hope everybody had a great Mother's Day and also had a wonderful weekend. My weekend wasn't too bad. I'm going to be honest. I thought it was going to be more stressful than it was, but in reality, it was actually pretty nice.
Hmm. Uh, Mine was just filled with work, so that's nothing new.
And we played GTA last night.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun last night, too, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's always
Even
good
though I
to.
was like fucking tired by the end of it.
At least you had a day to yourself, I guess, today. But you were just like, you know what? I'm just not gonna go do anything. Well, except for going to your mom's, but
I ended up going to see my mom, yeah.
I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna lay around the house and lounge around.
I literally played Roblox for a good chunk of the day. I got on Bloxburg.
Oh God.
I upgraded my house and saw that the game changed a crap ton since the last time I played. I'll talk about it off VC, but you need to try that out sometime. Like, you should come and look at my house in the game.
Oh boy.
I mean, pretty soon they're going to be making it for free, so you don't have to pay 25 Robux just to buy the game. Like, pretty soon it's going to be for free for everybody.
That's good.
Yeah, because they're going to be like officially launching the actual game because it's been a demo for like the longest time.
Right.
Anywho, thank you guys for joining the episode. We hope you enjoy. This is Shoot the Shit episode 19. This is our final Shoot the Shit that we get to do together as a duo. Now, some of you may be a little uh, missing in the action, I guess. You guys may be confused as to why I'm saying this. So, guess probably we should start talking about this first before we get into anything else.
Mhm.
So, as we had mentioned way back in April, we had gotten the news that in June, as of June of this year, Spotify for Podcasters, which is the platform that we use to record and download our audio, they will be partnering through Riverside, which is another podcasting app, which honestly, it's a good app. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very, very good application because it allows you to do not only audio podcasts, but you can also do video podcasts where you can show your face and talk one on one or with another guest. I think it's a really cool concept. However, there is a catch. They only give you 2 hours of recording time total. Like from the time you make your account, after those 2 hours are up, you have to pay to use the rest of the application per month. You have to pay. And I really am not looking to put any money into this show at this very moment. I obviously don't have the money, neither do you, obviously. This is kind of just like a little hobby, like a little side project, you know? It's just something that we've wanted to do for fun for a very, very long time. And we're 2 years strong now on this show, and it's like we get the news that this is happening. So another thing they had said is once they switch to Riverside, this app will no longer be functional for recording purposes. You can still come back and download any audio that you end up recording on Riverside. You just cannot record on this app anymore, which really breaks my heart. So, with that being said, we will no longer be doing podcast episodes together as one unit. Starting June 1st, we will be doing podcast episodes separately. Solo Dolo, we're calling it. Solo Dolo.
So, uh,
That's our little code name there for that.
yeah.
So, this is how it's going to go down. We have decided to do it like this. Considering I have Sundays off for work and I'm always available on Sundays, I've decided to take all of Sunday episodes to myself. So, every Sunday, you will get an episode from yours truly.
And
Thursdays, you will have Dystro's episodes.
yeah, and since I have Thursdays off now, I can do Thursdays.
With
So
no
it kind of works
problem.
out.
Yeah, it does actually kind of work out if you think about it because I always have Sundays off. I don't always have Thursdays off. Like this week, I have Wednesday off. So
Right.
I think it kind of works out good in that way. It gives us more wiggle room to talk about what we really want to talk about, like what we're really passionate about. Because, like, lately, I have not been in the loop with wrestling. I've kind of been like fading away from it a little bit. I really don't know if anybody could tell. I have been kind of fading away from wrestling, kind of shying away from it. I haven't been watching it, haven't really been doing too much like in terms of it. I've been watching the Rivals stuff on A&E and the
Mhm.
biographies and the treasures and all that and Dark Side of the Ring I've been watching. But like in terms of modern day every week wrestling, like Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, AEW, I have not been watching any. I have been so behind. I've been out of the loop for a little while. Um, it's just I don't know. It just doesn't phase me anymore. Modern day wrestling doesn't phase me anymore. I don't know what it is, but in a way, doing our solo dolo episodes, it kind of gives you a platform to talk about wrestling in depth with no time limit, and it'll give me my platform to talk about like my music and
With
like
no
just
time limit.
with no
So
time limit. Yeah, it's like it's kind of cool.
it's a best of both worlds, but it's for, I guess, the greater good sort of thing, because it gives us opportunities and more a bigger platform for us as solo dolo to just like branch out and talk about other things. Um, with that being said as well, we kind of came up with a good, I guess, game plan for the shoot the shit episodes as well. Um,
Yes.
so like for example, like next month, I won't be on it because it's solo dolo, so she'll get June and I get July, and then we go back and forth, and that's probably gonna be like that for forever, however long we can do the shoot the shits for. Because sometimes like we might it might be a smaller episode, it might be a longer episode. It depends on how much shit goes on in our week, in our month, I guess.
Yeah.
But shoot the shit and all that other stuff is not going away. It's just due to the circumstances that we have in our disposal. It's like we don't want to put any money into this, and we don't get anything back from it, sort of thing.
We really don't. And like I said, this is kind of just like a little fun little
It's a
project
little
to
side
do.
hobby, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like we've been wanting to do this. Well, I have, uh, for the longest time, and we've been doing this for like 2 years and some change at this point. So it's like if we were getting paid to do this, like yeah, we would really want to invest into Riverside. But it's like due to the circumstances that we have with Spotify for podcasters merging with Riverside, and then like you have to I literally say it's like a pay to play sort of situation that we have to do with that if we wanted to do that, which we don't really want to do. The only other option is to just do solo episodes from
Yeah.
now on.
And
uh,
when we do solo episodes, we're literally using our own devices to do this.
mhm,
I'll still be using my tablet for as long as my tablet shall live.
mhm,
We're gonna be using our own recording devices. Like I found an app that I actually linked to my Google Drive account, which my Google Drive is linked to my phone because my phone's a Google Pixel.
right.
You get the picture. So basically, I still have to test the app out. Actually, I probably need to do that very soon, probably by the end of the month. Just do a test recording and see if it saves to my Google Drive on my phone.
Mm,
What it's supposed to do is hopefully once I record, it'll save it right to my Google Drive. And then once I get on my phone to go upload, it'll be right there on Google Drive on my app. So I need to test that out actually very soon. So I need to
um
like make a little sticky note in my head, do that by the end of the month. Because I don't want to go into it, without it working.
right. And I know my tablet has a sound recorder, and I used it uh to like do like little test runs with it just to make sure it does work and all that stuff, and it does work. So I'm just going to be using my tablet for my recordings and stuff. And also, with that being said, we will no longer have any guests or anything on as well, because it would be kind of hard to do that a little bit.
Yeah, we
um,
have, like I said, like we're gonna be recording on our own. We won't be able to have guests at this time because usually we would use this app to get guests, but unfortunately we cannot do that.
yeah.
Now, what's important, Dystro, with any of the recording apps you use, you gotta make sure you can download your audio.
Hmm.
and then convert the audio to video using that converter website we
Which,
always use.
yeah, which I have that bookmark, so I'm good to go on that.
Now, the app that you use to record, you can just download the audio.
Yeah, I can just download the audio and just convert it and be easy peasy,
Okay.
living queasy. So,
Like I said, I still have to test mine out. I haven't gotten around to doing it, but I definitely need to do it very soon, by the end of the month at least.
yeah. It sucks that we have to do that, but it's like, it's, I guess it's like it's like change is always a good thing in the long run. It's like you should always accept change.
Yeah, it's like we're
So,
closing one chapter and going into
open
another one.
another.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it does suck, but I think it's for, I guess, for the better for individually, because we both want to be radio hosts at some point, which that's the goal, the ultimate goal. And it kind of helps us, like, I guess, grow individually as podcasters as well. Like, I know you especially, you especially. Um, I've been trying to learn, like, different techniques to, like I guess pace myself and trying to, like, speak more clearly so it's not, all jumbled and garbled mess and stuff when I record. Um, but like it, it is just kind of sad that we have to end like this one chapter. But it's like we've got the rest of this month, and then next month it's like it's like it's off to the races to do individual stuff. I mean, we'll get to talk more about like what we wanted to talk about too. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's good for both parties, I guess.
It is. There's a positive, every negative, and that's the way I look at it. Now, in terms of breakdown episodes and random ranking and debate hours as well, in terms of this,
Hmm.
it really depends on who gets which episode. I'm thinking a majority of the time, most of the breakdowns are going to be for me. Same thing with random ranking. I might slide a few your way, a few months,
Hmm.
just so we kind of balance out a little bit. But for the most part, I think it's going to be all on me for that. But in terms of those, we are still ranking stuff together. Like, he's still going to take notes. I'm still going to take notes. So let's just say I get random ranking Fall Out Boy Edition episode 2 or something like that.
Hmm.
I will literally send him the songs on the list, give him a week to rank them, and he'll send his rankings back to me, and I will talk about them on my episode in addition to my own ranking. So in a way, you're still kind of participating in those episodes. Same thing with the breakdown. Like, well, we break down an album. Like, we can split the album in half. I'll do I'll do tracks 1 through 7. You do tracks 8 to 13 or whatever for meetings. We're still gonna rank them just like we usually would on a scale from 0 to 10 or whatever.
Hmm.
Like, you'll still send me your notes for that. So, like, in a sense, you're still in play for those music themed episodes. Same thing with debate hours. Like, we can still take notes for debate hours, trade back and forth, even do meetings on Discord about it before I record or before you record, depending on who gets the episode. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're still going to be in the game.
Right. Um, Whereas like me, like I would probably be doing the what if kind of episodes. You would still get some too. Like if you had like a what if scenario in mind. Um, um, Random Tigger.
Tigger.
Random.
She almost just ended the episode. Oh my god.
Episode's over. Canceled. Canceled now.
Start over.
I didn't like that take. Take it over again. Um, it's like the what if episodes and stuff like that. Like if she has some, she'll do one if she wants to do it. Whereas mostly mine is probably gonna be like more wrestling based a little bit, which is probably gonna happen. But there's like a lot of stuff that I've wanted to do that I didn't get to do when we were we when we were doing the duo stuff. Um, I get to branch out a little bit more and expose my wrestling knowledge to the world. um, it's like it's like I'm actually kind of like sad, but then it's like it's also kind of happy in the same way because like like sad, it's like this chapter's ending, but it's kind of happy that like we're branching out more, just like just experiencing newer things and stuff and trying out new things. Like there's like a series that I wanted to do that I've been wanting for a long time, which I told you about on Messenger, which I was doing notes for, which hopefully I'll get to do next month if I have the time to do it. um, oh gosh, what else? But yeah, the podcast is it's not over. It's just had a little bump in the road, which we got around it. So
Good times, good times.
good times.
So that's pretty much what's going to be happening starting June. We hope you understand. Obviously, first month might be a little rocky because we have to work out some of the fine details, but we should be okay. Nothing's going to change in terms of shoot the shit or in terms of like debate hours and stuff like that. Anything music related, really, nothing's going to change too much. We're still going to have deep tops of Dystro. We're still going to have music matters with yours truly. Um, all that's still going to be the same. So we're not going anywhere. Just got to do it separately.
Yeah.
And plus, if you guys tend to like my stuff more, uh, you can catch me on Sundays. Or if you tend to like Dystro stuff more, you can always tune in on Thursdays. It's just it really, in a sense, it's gonna be like, I don't want to say it's gonna be like competition, but it's gonna be kind of interesting, in a sense.
I mean, it's. I always say like good competition's always like it's competition's like competitions like it's not gonna be like whose episode is the best. It's just like it's just like it's good to be it. I mean, we're a little competitive. I mean,
Too competitive.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's true. Um, but like it's it's good competition. I mean, if you like her stuff, that's awesome. That's for you. But it's like if you like my stuff, that's for you as well. It's like everybody should be on equal ground.
And everybody should
Everybody
be happy.
and yeah, everybody should be happy. Like what you like. Don't be a dick.
Mm-hmm.
um, Learned that from Brian Zane there, real quick. Like
So,
what you like. So
so, sorry, I got fucking allergies still. Um, Carrying on. So that's the first half of this episode. So, man, this month has been kind of shitty. I'm not gonna lie. And we're only what 12 days in.
yes.
I have been mentally just like done, just like over it, over this month. I'll talk about it a little bit in depth after. But I did have a good weekend this past weekend. I had went to Plattsburgh yesterday with my sisters and my mom for the day up until around 5 o'clock because I did have to work last night. Um, I went to a thrift store yesterday, and let me tell you, I this is probably the biggest amount of CDs I've seen in one sitting. I'm talking this guy had thousands. Like it would take you about 30 minutes to an hour to go through them all. It's insane.
Yeah, you were
Um
telling me about that. Yeah,
I
that's
we are
crazy.
going there when you come up next month. We are definitely going there. No ifs, ands, or buts. We are going there. I am going back there because I am on a hunt for some more Blink albums because I went home with not one, not two, but three Blink albums for $10 in total. Yes, you heard me. I got Enema of the State literally in pristine condition. I was fucking ecstatic. And then I found California as well in decent condition. You could tell it's been used, but it's still in good condition. I got that. But then I had just cashed out and I was looking in the case because the case felt kind of thick. California is in a paperback case. It's not one of those plastic cases like Enema
Hmm.
of the State was in. Uh, I was looking in the California case because it felt a little thicker. I'm like, okay, something's a little weird. I at first thought I had the deluxe edition. That's what I thought I had. Um, but I looked in the case. I saw the booklet. Every CD comes with a booklet. I saw California, and then I pulled another disc out. I could not believe what I saw. I had literally just come across my favorite Blink album of all time, and it was fucking Neighborhoods. If y'all have no idea how much I freaking love that album, if y'all don't even know, you've been living under a damn rock. That album is so fucking good. And I'd literally been bugging Dystro the last year. I'm like, Dystro, I really want this album. I really, really want this album. And I finally freaking found it. Someone had put that disc inside of the California case with California. You want to talk about a fucking diamond in the landmine right there, no pun intended. That is fucking crazy. I'm like still not over that. I can't believe I found Neighborhoods. Literally my favorite Blink album of all time. And I got all three of those for $10. And they're all in pretty good condition.
I mean, that is a pretty damn good steal. I'm not gonna lie there.
Like, sure, it's not the deluxe edition of Neighborhoods like I really wanted, but has all
It's
my
still
favorite songs
neighborhoods.
on it. It's still Neighborhoods,
Still neighborhoods.
minus the case, which I can just keep it in the California case anyways. It's protected, so
Mhm. Man, I
I'm
mean,
still not over that.
yeah. I mean, shit. That's a fucking steal. Like what? 3 CDs for $10?
Yeah, and you go on Amazon, each CD is between $12 to $16. Fucking Neighborhoods is $16 right now.
I mean, and yeah, that's Amazon prices for you too. So I mean, you technically got a pretty damn good steal.
Considering that they're kind of used, except for Enema. Enema literally looks brand new.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you were telling me about that. Yeah.
So the fact that I found three Blink albums there makes me kind of wonder if there's more that I overlooked because I didn't have enough time to go through every fucking CD there. I was in a hurry. I had to get back home. We are going back there in June. On
Hmm.
our when we were like it's gonna be one of our pit stops on our way to Vermont. We are definitely going back there. I'm on the hunt for more Blink albums. Specifically, I'm looking for Take Off Your Pants and Jacket because that is probably one of Blink's best known albums to date. Every time I hear someone talk about Blink, they always bring up Take Off Your Pants and Jacket and Enema of the State because they're literally the two most pop punk sounding albums that they have. I
Hmm.
would love to get my hands on Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. That album is fucking amazing from top to bottom, and it definitely helped put Blink on the map. Um, I also saw, and I didn't pick it up, and I'm kind of mad I didn't buy it. I also saw the Greatest Hits Foo Fighters album that came out, oh god, like mid 2000s. I'm gonna say it was probably after Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace this album came out. I might be wrong, but it has Wheels on it, which is a Greatest Hits album exclusive track. So I'm kind of mad I didn't grab it because I love Foo Fighters to death. It's probably one of my top 5 groups of all time, and definitely one of my top 3 pilgrimages we've done of all time. Um, I'm mad I didn't grab it. I'm praying that they still have it when I go back there, but I'm not going to count on it. With that being said, I'm hoping I find the color and the shape as well because I've been looking for that album too. And maybe even there is nothing left to lose. But every time I hear someone talk about Foo Fighters, they talk about the color and the shape. So anything's possible, honestly. I would love to get some more Foo Fighters albums because I only have 3. I have In Your Honor, Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace, and But Here We Are. That's all I have.
Right. Oh man.
And I'm hoping to find some more Green Day stuff too because I saw Dookie there. I have Dookie already. I bought it a couple years ago at a garage sale for 25 cents in brand new condition. So I saw Dookie there. I'm like, okay. So I'm praying that we find more Green Day stuff. I have American Idiot here too. I'd like to find Nimrod because at the garage sale I went to a couple years ago, where I used to live in the mountains, they had Nimrod, but the disc was missing out of the case. So I was kind of sad about that. So hopefully I find Nimrod. That'd be nice as well. Um, Maybe even what the fuck's the album? I think it's called Warning. I literally think that's the name of the album. It's from like 2000. I'd like to
Yeah, it's
find that
warning.
one too.
Hmm.
Now I don't know about you. Do you collect CDs at all?
Not really. Um, I'm more of like Spotify person, but I do have some CDs at my disposal. I
Chris
do.
Daughtry.
I do have I have a Daltrey album, the debut album. That's the only one that I remember. That's what I have. Oh God, I think I have a Goo Goo Doll one. I think.
Didn't you tell me you had Good Charlotte too?
Yeah, I have Good Charlotte, the Young and the Hopeless. That's the only one
Twins!
I
Twins!
have. Like I have like a few others. I can't remember. I think I had like an Iron Maiden one at one point. It was like one of their like the greatest hits
Ooh.
album one. What was it? Cover art was pretty cool. It was their mascot, but it was like uh it was their mascot, but it was like when they were doing like the pyramids and stuff, like back in Egypt, and he was
Mm-hmm.
on the side of the pyramid and stuff. Um, he was supposed to be like the lion Sphinx or something. That's what the cover art looked like. It was like through the through the test of time or something. I can't remember. It was like one of the greatest hits albums. It had like Number of the Beast. It had like 2 Minutes to Midnight. It had like a
Run
whole
to
bunch
the
of like
Hills.
run. Yeah, I had that. It had like a lot of like good songs on it. It had like a few more, but I can't remember like all of them off the top of my head. But
Ugh.
it was a pretty cool album. Um, I don't know what ever happened to it. I think they got rid of it or something at some point.
I'm gonna tell you right
Um,
now, when we go
but
to that thrift store, you're gonna want to start collecting CDs. Like, you're gonna go nuts. I'm telling you right now, I told you this already, but I'm gonna say it on air. I saw some AC/DC albums there. Now, disclaimer: I have every single AC/DC album. Not even kidding. Thanks to Dystro and my dad, because he has some too. Dystro filled in the blanks because I was still missing a good chunk of them. A couple years ago, I was telling him about it, and he ended up getting me the ones I was missing. So I was pretty happy about that. So props to you for helping me finish that collection. I saw some at the thrift store. I saw Ballbreaker, which I was very surprised about because ACDC fan, usually like it's a stereotypical fan, one that doesn't collect all the albums. You never hear someone talk about Ballbreaker. I'm gonna be honest. I've never heard an ACDC fan say anything about Ballbreaker without me asking them first. Like when someone thinks ACDC, they're thinking, oh, Back in Black or Highway to Hell or Let There Be Rock. Like they're gonna think about like the albums that really blew up big. Ballbreaker wasn't as big as some people think. To be honest with you.
yeah.
But it's a good album. But I was very surprised to see Ballbreaker there. I saw that. I saw Highway to Hell, and I think I saw Back in Black there as well. And I saw Who Made Who, which I thought was pretty cool as well. So I don't know. Maybe you will change your mind. Maybe you'll end up starting to collect a little bit. I mean, you can't go wrong. And the thing is, the guy said there, any CDs that are not marked with a green sticker with the price tag on it, they're automatically $1. Unfortunately, the two Blink CDs I grabbed, they were both $5. But honestly, it's better than paying full price on Amazon, which is between about $11 and $16, depending on which one you get.
Yeah.
So it's a steal. It's a win-win no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I really don't think I want to go into that fucking sappy part now, like the sappy part of the episode, because I'm just like thinking about that thrift store and like collecting CDs and how much I love collecting music.
Hmm. Maybe
I
for
mean, like it's
another
just such a
shoot the
thrill.
shit.
Yeah, maybe for another shoot the shit. Maybe next month when I have my solo dolo episode. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, like there's just nothing like collecting CDs. Like I don't know what it is. I actually like it more than collecting wrestling figures. I literally I went to another town earlier on in the week and I look at their Walmart. This town's about an hour away going west. I looked at their Walmart for wrestling figures. They didn't have jack shit. They had fucking WWE figures of people who no longer work in WWE, like Edge, for example. He works in AEW now. So that I was just like, okay, someone hasn't been in the loop. AEW wise, they had Chris Jericho, but I already have like two of them. I don't need a third one. And they
Right.
had, I think they had fucking the acclaimed. which
You grind.
I'm very surprised to see the Acclaim there. They had a Stone Cold Steve Austin like big fucking monster truck, which I sent you. I think I sent you a picture of that.
Yeah, you sent me that. Yeah.
I thought of you right away. I'm like, shit. I think Dystro would like this.
Hey there, Mario.
God damn it. I don't know what it is. Like, I haven't bought a wrestling figure in over a year. I think my last one I bought was Wardlow. And I got him on Amazon. I got the last one they had at the time. $30 later. My dad was kind of upset, but hey, it's Wardlow. He's cool as hell. I think that's my last figure I bought. Other than that, I don't really collect figures anymore. I've just been mainly shifting my attention towards collecting music because I look at these modern day cars. Like my mom has a 2023 Jeep Renegade. I think it's a 23. She has a Jeep Renegade, and these newer cars don't have CD players at all.
Yep.
So that kind of should tell you a story. Eventually, in the next maybe 25, 30 years from now, or even sooner for that matter, you never know. I don't think CDs are going to exist anymore. I think CDs are going to turn into a situation with vinyls where they're just collector's items. They're not going to use them. They're just going to sit.
Mm.
And it's going to become one of those things where CD sales go down, which also means less artists are going to be producing CDs for sale, which kind of sucks because in a sense it's like technology's kind of taken over. Everybody's streaming music now. Like I'm guilty of it. I stream music, yes.
Yeah, I
But
do
at the
too.
same time, I like to collect music too. I like to buy the CDs. My mom just recently got into buying records, which I thought that was pretty cool. She bought a Loverboy record last weekend. Apparently she
Mm.
has Highway to Hell. She has Prince. She's got Guns N' Roses. Like that's pretty cool. It's cool when people buy music because little do people know these bands and artists get more money when you buy their music compared to when you stream it. When you stream it, it takes so many fucking streams just to get a little bit of money. When if you buy their CDs or their vinyls or even their fucking cassette tapes, if you're still a cassette tape collector out there, God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy music, they are getting the proceeds directly. Like they're getting more money off of it compared to streaming. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm sure if you go on Google or even Facebook, I actually found it on Facebook. If you go on Google and just search that up, compare like the price comparison and stuff and how much money they get out of it, it should tell you. That's how I found out. I found out on Facebook one day. I'm like, really? That's kind of interesting. And they're right, like you're better off to buy the music than stream it for free.
I mean, yep, you're not wrong.
I'm sorry I'm going like a little tangent, but it's like music means so much to me and it's like I so badly want to be in the biz. Like I just like I want to be one of those people who do like reviews on albums or like talk about bands and like what I think about this and that or just share like music news. Like I just want to be one of those people.
I mean, and we probably will someday.
This show has definitely opened up the gates to us for music. Like you and I have discovered so many bands, artists, songs, albums, LPs, EPs. Like we have discovered so many freaking musical contents in the last 2 years that we've been doing this show. And honestly, I don't think we would be doing any of this if it wasn't for the show. I don't think we'd be doing these pilgrimages every month. I don't think we'd be rerunning albums every month. I don't think we'd be sharing music to each other every month like we do. Like this podcast has really helped me grow so much more passionately for music and it's kind of given me more of like a bigger appreciation for it. Not to mention listen to FM radio all your life. It's like it just sparks something in me.
Right.
I mean, because of me, you've gotten into the warning.
Yeah. True.
True. I can hear you like low talk, like true. This girl's right. God damn it, she's right.
Let her cook. Let her cook.
I mean, I'm not wrong. Like I remember like 2 years ago on the show when we were talking about bands that were gonna blow up. The Warning was one of them. Because Sean was really, really talking about them for a while. And they still are to this day. And they have just exploded. Like they are opening up for AC/DC on their tour, I believe. They've opened
Mm.
up for several other big bands too in the past. And I
Yep.
think 3 Days Grace was one of them actually.
And they've opened up for I think Foo Fighters as well too.
It's crazy. Like they're blowing up. They're gaining traction. They're just kick ass. They're three fucking sisters that are like literally my age, like in their 20s, doing
Mhm.
this. It's crazy.
And they have an album coming out next month too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be listening to that together.
Yeah, Keep Me Fed is their
Yes.
name of their album.
Yeah.
Um, I guess for me, like, you know, take a little sidetrack off of music here.
Yeah.
Um, for me, I've been working some more days, but like later in the night sometimes. Um, I had switched up my work schedule. I have Tuesdays and Thursdays off now, which I'm like, okay, cool. But then I am working Monday and Wednesday nights from 4 to 8, which probably tomorrow would probably be from 4 to 6 because usually Monday nights are kind of slow, which I'm not gonna be mad at that. And then Wednesday I have like off, but I told my boss I was like, yeah, I have something coming up, so um, but yeah, Thursdays I don't work anymore, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is just normal. Um, I've been listening to my favorite wrestling podcast, Deadlock Pro Wrestling podcast. They always do episodes every Monday, which has been trying to like they've been trying to like do that more, but they were in Japan recently. Two of them were, so they had to do a coast to coast special sort of thing, which was kind of cool. And then also I've been trying to do 97 WWF stuff from like Attitude Era, just trying to watch that, and it's kind of leading into some of the newer some of the episodes that I'm going to be doing for a new series that I'm going to try to do, uh, which I'm not going to spoil, uh, but it'll be next month. Um, I've been trying to do more music stuff. I guess I've been trying to do some pilgrimages by myself. But then we have our own pilgrimages that we do off the pod. Uh, And plus, we have a surprise one coming up. Is it later on this month? You said,
Yes, yes.
which I kind of know what it could be, but at the same time, I don't
I
really know
don't
what
think
it
you
could
have
be.
any clue, my dude.
I probably don't, which that's just me in a nutshell,
Here, you
probably.
know what? Name it on air. Which group do you think it is?
Okay, if it
Pick
could be
one group.
anything, it could be anything.
One.
What? Um, shit. Let's see. I was gonna say Queens of the Stone Age, but that's probably not it. But
Nope. No.
is it Queens of the Stone Age?
No, I wish, but no. This is definitely a curveball. It's definitely gonna be a curveball. I'm so fucking tempted to reveal it right now on air, but
Has to keep it lock and key.
I'm biting my tongue so I don't do it.
Well,
I'm
don't bite.
excited for this
Don't
though.
bite
I'm
the.
very excited for this pilgrimage because I have been wanting to do it. Well, actually, well, it's a group of what I've talked about with you very briefly. It's
Mhm.
a group that actually means a lot to me, very, very much. Um, but it's a group I never thought really about doing a pilgrimage on until April. Back in April, I started thinking about. It. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna do this. It'll be our first half of our summer, and I think it's a good way to do it. Honestly,
Also, I've been trying to keep up with the Dark Side of the Ring episodes
me
too.
too.
I just finished Sandman before we started recording, so
I love that episode. That's definitely my favorite episode out of this past season.
it was just crazy that they got what fucking they had Sabu,
Sabu.
RVD, Sandman's ex-wife, which I thought that was pretty cool.
And Raven.
Um, Raven, yeah, he's still like, even though he's older and stuff, he still looks pretty good for his age.
Yeah, he does.
Ty Gordon, who's the former ECW owner, which I thought that was cool. Um, Simon's son and daughter, which was pretty cool. Um,
Get cozy.
trying to think like who else was on there, but it's probably those seven. But it was actually pretty just interesting, like how he became the Sandman and stuff. Like it was just like, yeah, like, he was just this beach dude. His name is the Sandman. And then he turns into now what he was now. So it's kind of cool. The sensational Sherry episode though, like that kind of broke me towards the end.
Yeah, that one was a good
Um,
one too.
her son, like I really didn't read much more into him, but it was just like he had cancer, and it's like he lost part of his tongue and all that stuff, so that's why he was talking the way he was. Um, I'm glad that like he was actually around to see his mom alive before she passed away. Um, which that's gotta be heartbreaking to hear. Like just days after her Hall of Fame induction, like she passes away. Um, but that being said, it's like I think after this season, I don't know if they're even gonna try to top that. Like I don't know what they could top it with. Like the A and E series, the biography series that they have coming out this year, that looks way cooler.
This will actually be the second season they've done this year. They actually did 2 seasons this year. Same thing with the rivalries. I was very surprised. We're getting Eddie Guerrero finally for the biographies.
It's like what we're getting, what Eddie Guerrero, Mark Henry. Oh gosh, I know there's more than that, but it's like that's the two I
Becky
can
Lynch
think
is
of.
on there as well.
Which I was kind of surprised that they're doing it now.
Yeah.
I mean, good for her, I guess.
I'm kind of curious to see what the Eddie one's going to be like because I've seen so many documentaries about Eddie. I have seen a crap ton.
Hmm.
So I'm very curious to see like what this one's going to be like because this one's made by WWE themselves through A&E. I just wonder who they're going to put on it. I wonder if they're going to get Vicky on there. I don't know. Chavo maybe.
Probably Chavo, Vicky, Ray, obviously. That would be kind of cool if they brought in Ken Kennedy,
Oh yeah,
because he was like, I guess the last match they had at that time.
Mr.
It
Anderson or Mr. Kennedy.
would be kind of cool to. It would just be. It would really be interesting. I'm not. I'm gonna say that. It would be really interesting. Um, I know the Dark Side of the Ring series. Like, I will say this, like verbatim. Like, I always find the Dark Side of the Ring episodes and series like more interesting because it's like opens your horizons a lot, and it's like, okay, well, shit, like these people actually went through some tough ass shit to get where they are at now.
Like you literally find out shit that you never knew about when it comes to some of these wrestlers.
Like the fucking New Jack episode, like that was the craziest one.
Oh my god. Nick Gage too. Fucking Nick Gage is like even worse.
um, I said this before we started recording. I said Sandman is like Nick Gage's like brother from another mother. Like I swear to God, like he was like if they were born like the exact same day, like they would have been brothers. I swear to
It's
God, they
like
would have
him, Nick Gage, and New Jack. Like they all fucking like belong in a mental asylum together.
been. New Jack snorting coke, and
Nick Gage fucking cutting everybody with a pizza cutter.
then he pops up with a fucking Domino's ad to say the same room. It's just
Oh my god.
um little sidetrack there. I'm sorry, but it's just like I just wanted to talk about the Dark Side of the Ring stuff, real quick. Um, but yeah, like that's what's been going on with me, I guess. Like,
Kind of me too. Like I think that's kind of gonna wrap it up. I really don't want to get into the sappy stuff tonight because this episode's been really good. Honestly,
yeah,
I don't want to
I'm
end it
trying
on
to
a
keep
sappy
it.
note.
trying to keep it, wholehearted and uplifting and stuff.
Like,
We'll save the sappy stuff.
yeah, I was gonna say, let's save it for June. I'll do it for my episode. All I'm gonna say is this month has started off pretty awful, but it's starting to look up now, slowly but surely, I hope. I say that and something bad happens again, so I better just stop saying that.
But hey, at least you'll get to see me next month.
Yeah, less than a month now. Let's freaking go. The next time I do a shoot the shit episode will be just after my birthday. So,
Yep.
anyways, that's gonna
Uh,
wrap up our episode of Shoot the Shit, episode 19. Our final episode as a duo together. We hope you enjoyed. Um, Once again, we're not going anywhere. This show will forever live on.
forever, forever.
So the next episode we'll be doing for the pod this month, this Thursday coming up, we are breaking down Van Halen 1. Now, let me tell you this. I absolutely loved Van Halen 1. It's actually the first Van Halen album I bought on my own. I have 5150, but it's my dad's. But I bought Van Halen 1 during the pandemic because that album is kick ass. It's their very first album with David Lee Roth and their very first album in general as a band.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be breaking that down this Thursday, and then a week from today, we will be breaking down Van Halen 2. So we're doing Van Halen 1 Thursday, Van Halen 2 on Sunday. I think it's going to be great, honestly, comparing both albums. Both albums are fucking kick-ass. David Lee Roth, I mean, come on. Like, goddamn.
Yep.
So that'll be coming up this week. Hope you guys stick around for that. Van Halen, man. We haven't talked about Van Halen enough on this show, and we really need to bring them to attention more. Sure, The Pilgrimage wasn't all that great, but David Lee Roth stuff is kick ass, and we need to bring it to light.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do that for you guys. So I have tonight's song of the night, and Dystro, I think you can already guess what I'm picking. I am picking Mother's Day by Blink 182. This, actually, speaking of Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, this is actually one of the bonus tracks off of Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, what you could only find, I think, on YouTube at this point,
Mm-hmm.
unless you somehow got it on disc, you lucky fucks. Mother's Day, kick-ass song. So good. So good.
And it's a meme at this point for us. So.
And it's all Mark Hoppus on vocals. I mean, come on. 2001 Blink was like at their peak. Like that was prime Blink right there. Like you had you had Mark, Tom, and Travis, like the three amigos. Like you can't beat it. So, Mother's Day by Blink 182. That is today's song of the day for all you mothers out there. I swear, if my mom goes and listens to this, she's never gonna want me back in her house again.
And if my mom ever hears this, she's gonna knock me silly.
So if you guys want to take a listen to that song, I'll put a link at the top right hand corner. At the very end of this episode, it will pop up. There is no music video, but there is audio. So go on ahead and take a listen. Happy Mother's Day out there to everybody who celebrates. This is actually my first year I've actually celebrated in a very long time. So feels good. Feels good. So if you stuck around to the very end, we greatly appreciate your support. Go on ahead and follow us on social media by clicking on that link in the description below, which will take you to Linktree. We have Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, and Twitter. Go on ahead and follow us there to keep up to date with the show. You never know what happens in this modern day and age. Dystro's YouTube channel is there as well, where he uploads weekly gaming content and memes. What are you at for subs right now?
1,357 right now.
Okay, you went up a little bit, and that's good. The goal is 1,400 by June 1st, so we're almost halfway through the month, so we probably should get a move on, people. If you haven't checked out his stuff already, I would really recommend you go ahead and do so. Pretty funny stuff, play a lot of games outside of the show, and plus he'll upload some memes that I find here and there. So go on ahead and subscribe to him, share his stuff around. Once again, take a listen to tonight's song of the night, Mother's Day, by Blink-182. And that's it. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you guys this Thursday. Peace!
Peace!